Lauren, I wanted to start with you. The first season was incredibly well received. How does the series continue to build on that success heading into season two, and what's ahead for Alex?
I think what's fun about having a nice first season is there are so many places to go. And what was exceptionally fun this year is to have Josh join and have kind of a new premise, which is this fancy sports institute we find ourselves in. It just gives us opportunity for new character dynamics and one of the things I like about the concept of the show is that we're someplace different, like it's a sports movie. It's sort of we're going to follow the team in a couple different directions. And I think Alex has more confidence this year. She had some successes as a coach. She really wants her son to have a great, fun summer. And what that means to her is like camp in the traditional sense. And she's not quite prepared for the intensity of Coach Cole. But that also just brings some fun challenges too.
Josh, you grew up playing hockey. What was it like lacing up those skates again and stepping into this beloved franchise? And what should audiences know about Coach Cole?
Yeah, I did have to put the skates back on after 30 some years. It wasn't pretty. After about 5 minutes on the ice, I went and hurled in the garbage can.
We've got a lot of vomit content today.
I have. It was true. I remember the first time I was like, well, this is going to be part of the press, John. But yeah, it was really fun for me to actually put the skates back on. I truly fell in love with the game again. It's something that I just had, I figured it passed me by. It wasn't anything I was ever going to do again. Something like this comes up, you got to be able to skate like a pro. So of course it was like a crash course in hockey again. So that was, scary, but also a lot of fun, and really glad that I had to go through that. And Coach Cole is a guy who was a former pro hockey player who, for unforeseen circumstances, had to leave the game early, started this camp, and has become the foremost sort of institute in developing the best talent across the country. So when the Mighty Ducks show up, he's a little bit taken aback by how
bad they are.
Not how bad they are, but how sort of they're not all hockey. Everybody I deal with loves hockey. They think about hockey 100% of the time. And these kids are a little bit more well-rounded, a little bit more fun than he's used to. And he doesn't love it at first, but grows to really sort of appreciate them. And I think that it's a very well-written series. It's great for the whole family because it's not too kiddie and it's not too adult. It's funny. And it's action packed and it's intense and it's emotional. And I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, this is a question for the both of you. You're both making your television directorial debut this season. How did that come to fruition? And have you found that your experience behind the camera impacted the way that you approached your work on screen?
Mine, I have wanted to direct for a long time, and it had been historically a difficult ceiling to break through, and so I asked to have it included as part of agreeing to do the show. I still have worked with not a ton of female directors in television, so it has just been a personal mission of mine. And I think the years of working in TV and then having had a season, the working with the actors is like the most fun part and not something that was worrisome to me. It was, more technical and sports but I love actors, and especially working with a group of young people. I admire them and I just want them to have a fantastic experience. And I know what that is when I have one. So I just try to give some version of that to them.
Yeah. Just to add to that, for me, it really does, in a lot of ways, give you a new perspective on acting as a director. I always wanted to do it because I always felt like I had the right mindset for it. I always saw things, even from an early stages of my career. I always felt like I could do it. It was just a matter of getting the guts up to really go for it. And then trusting that I didn't have to know everything. I knew enough to know that I didn't have to know everything. And, you know, it gives you a completely different perspective. And it also gives you an opportunity to, you know, put your mitts on all the different aspects of making something, you know, a TV show or a movie. You get a chance to work with the wardrobe department, the art department, the post-production department, you know, you work with the writers, you work with all the actors in a different way. And so it gives you a different point of view when you are acting, which I wasn't expecting.
I got one final question for the two of you. Lauren, in the first season, your character gives her team trophies ahead of the first game. If you could give Alex an award for her journey in season 1 and season 2, what would it be for? And the same question for you, Josh. If you could give an award to your character for his journey, what would it be for?
I think she's just growing and understanding how to be a less hovering mom and a more supportive coach. Not that she wasn't supportive before, but I think she had less understanding of what exactly she was taking on. So I think this is a person who really likes a challenge and is learning to let her son be a young adult and not be watching him every second. So the less helicopter mom award.
I would give myself the letting go award for not holding on so tight to what he believes is important, but being open to new ideas, new ways of thinking, and appreciating life outside of hockey a little bit more.